about somebody who is realizing that things have changed because of the conversation that they had with you. That being said, I think they're still kind of in the process of figuring out the why, because we literally have a why card. I don't know what has happened between us. If you're confused, I'm confused too. But then we have this freedom card. Somebody who has basically said, I can't be tied down right now. Maybe there's some non-committal energy because they say they have too many interests. They have too much going on right now. So I feel like there's communication issues between two people who are kind of on the cusp of a serious relationship or breaking it off. And someone's a bit concerned because they've got a lot going on in their life, but probably still have some interest in the connection. But the other person takes that like lack of availability or lack of prioritization as, okay, you're not interested in me at all. So it feels like there needs to be a conversation to actually clear that up. Hey V, how are you doing? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. I think we will dive in with the Love Oracle and get a little bit more on the emotions that we've got going on here. What else? Intimacy, bonding, sensual, and confiding. And karma, consequences and cause and effect. So this feels like we've got somebody who was vulnerable or, made some sort of confession or showed like a part of themselves they don't really tend to let a lot of people get to know, talk about their childhood or disappointments, things like that. Got close emotionally and perhaps also in terms of physical closeness, right? But then there was this like hot and cold. So it's feeling very close to someone and then all of a sudden questioning, wait, am I actually close to this person or is that just like all in my head? Heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, and messed up. So this is because somebody is struggling to deal with the emotions that they feel in the connection. They might actually have a lot going on in their life as well. It says I have too many interests, which isn't quite as strong as like I have some obligations or responsibilities or like an emergency happening. But this is someone who I think has made you feel very attractive or very lovable, and then also been able to make you feel the opposite. Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? Hello, Balin. What's up? Thank you for the floating heart, YTI. What else do we have? Possibilities and escaping. Free-spirited adventure and risks, and avoiding, blocking away, and blocking and pushing away. We could have like a fear of missing out, if I get into a relationship with you, am I missing out on meeting somebody that I'm supposed to meet or that would be better than you? At some point we have to say, am I actually capable of having gratitude for what is currently in my life, or do I have to always be like the hermit looking for something, right? We've got a person who tends to walk away from connections just as they're starting to get serious because they are non-committal. They can call it whatever they like. They have interests or, they have blocked emotions or intimacy scares them. But the truth remains, this is somebody who ghosts, or this is somebody who, clams up, walks away, shuts down, and doesn't want people anybody really, to get that close to them. So I feel like this person is not very honest with themselves about what they do with regards to other people. How do I treat them? Do they deserve what I do? Am I supposed to be apologizing for any of this behavior? I don't think they do very well with the self-monitoring or self-awareness. Hello, Mr. Biddy. How are you doing? Glad to hear that, Carrie. That's sweet. What else do we have? King of Wands in the reverse. And the Six of Pentacles. Some people understand that intimacy can be emotional and also physical, and others seem to really only understand intimacy as it pertains to the body. And this could be a person who is, I'm going to go ahead and say maybe a little bit obsessive with their routines regarding their body. It doesn't mean they have to be like obsessed with going to the gym, but I do feel like there would at the very least be some like strong commitment to certain routines, things they do for their skin or hair, whatever. This is someone who puts a lot of pressure on themselves for how they look and is also a little too fixated on how people look. Like, one of the more important things about a romantic match for them is the physical attraction. And I'm not telling you need to fall in love with somebody that you're not attracted to. I'm just saying it seems like this person is maybe a little bit too focused on the exterior. Hello, Tony. How are you doing? Hello, Karen. What's going on? Queen of Wands in the reverse. Three of Swords. The Wheel in the reverse. And the Nine of Swords. If you are never going to be satisfied, if you're never going to be happy with what you have, then like, why even keep looking for something that you want? You know, like, some people really struggle to choose something from a great menu, but if it's a great menu, one could argue that you would be happy in a variety of different ways. There would be a number of plates that you would eat and be like, dang, that was a great choice. Good work, me. If you fixate on, did I order the absolute best thing? Did I get the best value? Or did I get what everybody else is talking about? Then you're cheapening the experience for yourself. This is someone who doesn't know how to get settled. They're constantly thinking about what else is potentially going to happen or what else they need to be doing, who else they need to be connecting to. To be honest, this feels to me like the kind of brain patterns from somebody who spends too much time on social media. Short-lived attention span and frustrated because it's like there's always somebody else out there. There's always something else I should be doing. They don't live in the moment. It's so important. If I could just like for a couple seconds be on my little pedestal. No, what is it? Like when you're giving a sermon. Anyways, I think it's so important to have some time every day where you're not looking at a screen, a television, a computer, or a phone, a tablet, whatever it is, even a watch, right? Challenge yourself. I don't know, play Sudoku out of a book instead of out of your phone. Go to the park and people watch. Or like walk around. You could do that too. You could do both at the same time. Interacting with others face to face, very good thing to do. But even just like that importance of getting out into nature and get your like toes in the grass. You know, I know right now some of you can't even see the grass because there's snow outside. But this is like the non-committal person, the King of Wands in the reverse, who also came out as the Queen of Wands in the reverse. This is somebody who can't just like luxuriate in the moment and like smell the smells, enjoy the food, revel in the stories being told by others. It's like always more. And that's a really great way to ensure that you never enjoy anything. Gotta be able to actually, soapbox, thank you. Gotta be able to actually like enjoy it, right? All right, I'll stop. Sorry, guys. But that's why this person can't connect with you. That's why I'm telling you that, because you gave a lot. You have a lot to offer. And this person was like, well, sorry, I can't get too much done. Trying to figure out too much that I'm looking at. So this could be someone who waits forever for something that had actually been staring them right in the face. And with the Five of Pentacles, it could mean that they end up without anybody. Okay, so I don't watch Love is Blind, but I do watch Aaron and Joe on YouTube because I think they're funny. And I caught one of the recent Love is Blind episodes that Aaron and Joe did from today. And it was talking about, sorry if it's a spoiler, if you don't want to hear about Love is Blind, feel free to put it on pause or silent, whatever. This dude was trying to decide between two women up until like the very last moment and kept changing his mind. I'm sorry, I don't remember any names except for one of the women was Kia. I can only remember that because Aaron made a joke about her last name must be like Forte, right? Isn't that a car? Anyways. Homie couldn't make a decision between the two girls. Ends up with 0. I'm sorry if I ruined it for you guys. I did try to warn you. Hello, Joshua Tree. Did I say hello to Lemonade? Hello, Zach. Hello, Javier. How we doing? It is because I just lit a brand new candle. And actually the sun came out a little bit too, which is nice. I hope it is for you as well. Oh no, why is this one flipped over? Oh, it's just that one. Okay, so we've got the Two of Cups in the reverse, the High Priestess, and the Two of Wands. Okay, so basically we've got someone who feels like they made a statement about availability or they can't give as much as they would like because they were trying to set the expectation that they would be less available than they had been, or that things were a little bit too tricky as far as managing a relationship. And they feel like you take that information and you're like, okay, so you're not interested. You're coming through as this High Priestess, by the way. You want equal give and take. You want someone who's going to make it clear, what are you interested in? Like, be decisive. Be like, so for real, be real direct. Like, do you want this or do you not want this? I can handle it. Like, I feel like you just want them to clearly communicate. But because they're doing the kind of evasive thing, your response is to pull back. And they're confused. They're like, well, I was just telling you that I'm not available as much. Like, I could still give you, like, you know, an hour a week. And you're like, you can take that hour and no, thank you. Maybe you responded a little bit more maturely than that. But I think you took it as, why don't you just tell me you're not interested? They're confused because they feel like they told you they just don't have as much time. And they don't understand why you're looking at it as such a negative. I feel like this person's just a little bit clueless right now. Moon in the reverse, 4 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands in the reverse. They're like, no, I just, like, you're great and all. I enjoy spending time with you. I just can't do as much of it as I would like, and I cannot sign up for more responsibility because I already have too much of that. I don't know if I believe them. All right, tell me more about this King/Queen of Wands in the reverse. Are they being honest? I'll laugh so hard if we get the 7 of Swords. So we have the Star, Strength in the reverse and death in the reverse. No. I don't think this person is being, how do I say this? I don't think they're being directly dishonest. I don't think they're lying about things that they have going on. I think they're lying about the degree to which that impacts the connection that they could have with you. I still feel like this is somebody who backs away and avoids intimacy and looks for reasons to push people away. And so this is someone who is wanting to have like a half end to the situation, like just like don't ask me for as much stuff, but then like whenever I want to see you, I want you to be available. I'm laughing at you, King of Wands in the reverse. I'm laughing at you. Oh, that's so cute. I didn't know they did relationships like doctors who are, you know, like they have the little beeper and then it's like you have to come into work right now. Except for they get paid for that. Interesting difference. Hello, Tommy. How are you doing? I'll try lemonade. Hello, Matt. What's going on? Godson, in the last reading, I was trying to show a card very close to the candle on my shelf thing, so it got a little hairy there for a second. Hello, Fatima. Hello, Conundrum. How are you doing? Thank you, Dorsal. I haven't heard that in so long. It's so weird. We got the Ace of Petals or Ace of Pentacles in the reverse and the Three of Wicks, which is the Three of Wands. I mean, I'm over here like thinking I should give you a high five because I feel like you saw the lay of the land. You weren't waiting for it to be spelled out specifically, though you would have preferred that. You're reading the room. You're looking at the clues and you're like, like, were you on Scooby-Doo at one point? Look at you go. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, to be fair. I think you just know that this person isn't interested in taking it to the next level. And the, like, charming, like, oh, like, maybe a little bit. It's not really effective on you anymore. You're more so like, okay, well, if that happens, that happens. But if we're not exclusive, then I'm going to go date other people. You're over here like, okay, well, I guess back to Tinder I go. And they're like, but what do you mean? I can't, like, half date you? That sounds cool, Matt. Hello, Odio Eterno. That sounds pretty intense, huh? No, Amor Eterno? I feel like that would be better. Hello, Sunglow. How are you doing? And Audio, the only Portuguese that I know, sadly, is muito bem, but I can say that. Welcome. So we've got the Five of Jars or the Five of Cups in the reverse, and the Five of Wicks or the Five of Wands. Two fives. You don't have time to sit around and waste. I feel like old you would have been like, wait, what do you mean? But I thought you liked me. Is it something I need to do? Do I need to change? Do I need to like dress differently? Do I smell funny? Do you not like my jokes? What do I need to do differently? Please, oh please, won't you like me? I don't think you actually said those things. You might have done them. But at this point, you're like, oh, you don't like me? Let's go. Okay. I mean, like, it would have been nice if it worked out, but, like, I'm gonna go buy some cheese. And, like, I don't know, the new Downton movie or something. Deuces. Like, it's gotten to the point now where you excuse yourself from the table. You let go of it because you can sense that they're not really giving you the whole truth or they're exaggerating something here. Sorry, Lemonade. Hello, Sarah. How are you doing? We've got the Lovers in the reverse, the Sun, and the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Look, good for you. You're not going to get tangled up with someone who likes to play mind games. Pure and simple. You realize this is somebody who is not compatible or not open, not willing to be emotionally intimate or available. So you're just kind of like, okay, bye. You know? Love is kind of like an airport, trying to find the right place to sit. Now, keep in mind, I haven't been in an airport for a while, but I used to do a lot of traveling by myself. And so I'm very particular about where I want to sit when I'm stuck there for like an hour with my suitcase and I don't know, maybe something to eat. You know, do I want to be able to watch television? No, I want to be able to people watch. I want to be comfortable, hopefully not have too many elbows in close proximity to my own elbows, not get too hot because of the sun. So like, I don't want to be seated like right up against the window. You know what I mean? So many things to consider, so little time. Look, I feel like you're finally at that point where you're realizing you have control over this. Like, okay, I'm stuck here for a little bit, or I'm doing this thing, but I can at least make it as good as possible. And when you do that, when you take the time to use your discernment and assess what's going on with somebody, you realize you don't really need them to tell you because their behavior and their actions tell you everything you need to know. If you actually wanted something, you would do something. You would message more, or you would, show up for the things that we plan, or you would find a way to make someone feel special, even if you only have 10 minutes available during a day, whatever it is, you have that inner confidence that has shifted and helped you to avoid getting stuck in these little like in between connections and just look at it as a no. Okay, so if it's not a yes, if it's not a I want that, then I guess it's not what we want, right? That's okay. You don't have to chase things down. And you certainly don't need to be convincing people to give you time. Hello, Paula. How are you doing? We have the Nine of Crystals or Nine of Swords in the reverse and the Emperor. Yeah, the thing is this is somebody who it's like they're fidgety, or they can't sit still. They can't enjoy the moment, like I said earlier. And I do feel like they might have just a little bit of an ego problem. Just a little bit with the Emperor. The problem is, I think they also, at some point while getting to know you, acknowledged or realized they act like the Emperor energy that you actually embody. That doesn't mean you have to be a man. You came through as the High Priestess earlier in the reading, and the person you're dealing with came through as the King and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So we're dealing with some complex individuals. The thing is, I feel like they've realized you're a little bit more perceptive than the people they tend to usually deal with. And whatever like puffing of the chest they've been doing to try to seem like big and strong or smarter or, I don't know, better at manipulating, I think they've realized that they can't really pull some of those tricks with you. Hey, Akobes, can you please not capitalize literally every letter, please? I would really appreciate it. It feels like you're yelling at me. If you want extra attention on the things that you say, you can super chat them. Hello, Isa, how are you doing? I hope I said that right. Please let me know if I didn't. Hello, April. How are you? We are 25 minutes in. Oh, I hope that's going well, Fatima. Hello, Joshua. How are you doing? Hello, Erin. How's your day? So we've got the world, the star, and the teacher in the reverse. Sometimes you sit down to have a conversation with someone, or you meet them for the very first time, and one of you has an assumption about who's the smartest of the pair, and then swiftly learns that they're in fact completely wrong about being the smartest of the two. Maybe it's happened for you in interviews, maybe it's happened for you on a date, maybe it's been a family conversation. But there are plenty of people out there who will walk into whatever situation they're facing and assume, I'm smarter than you. I know how to manipulate you or pull the strings. Just watch. And then they get embarrassed. They get shown the door, right? I feel like this is someone who is a little bit frustrated. The more they think about it, the more they realize that they actually look kind of stupid. They underestimated you. So you're coming through as the star, someone who is intuitive and read through their actions, saw that their words didn't really matter as much as what they were actually doing, right? I'm not saying anybody's dumb, done a test. I'm just saying it's always a good idea, in my opinion, to hope that you are not the smartest person in the room, because then that means you could potentially learn something from somebody, right? If you get to the point where you assume you are the smartest person in the room, then you're going to probably stop learning things because you don't take other people's brain matter seriously. You just think you got it all, right? That's not very good. So this is someone who thought that they could be like the lead in the dance with you, but they didn't know the steps as well as you. This is someone who thought that they could tell you one thing and do another, and you excused yourself from that. You didn't want to stay around for that. Now they're frustrated because they feel like you made them look bad. Are they really that worried about it? I mean, I guess they have an ego problem, so probably. Page of Petals or Page of Pentacles. 9 of Jars and the Queen of Jars. Man. This person likes to collect admirers. I am less and less excited about this person. Like, they are very dependent on external validation. So there's an issue in terms of their confidence and how they feel about themselves, how much of that comes from what they see, what they do, and what they hear from other people. I'm not saying that your entire understanding of yourself should be internal and F everybody else. I think it's important to have some understanding of how other people view you, but you also have to appreciate that people are going to be biased, or people are going to not necessarily have the entire picture. This is someone who really requires, they view it as like daily fuel. They need to know that there are people that want them. They need to know that there are people who are physically attracted to them. There's like so much better stuff out there. Like, that's your drug of choice. Have you tried Dr. Pepper yet? I don't know, man. This is like somebody who feels like they can talk through because they know like psychology jargon or something. They think they can talk through their non-committal energy and their unwillingness to actually commit to anybody. They feel like they can talk about it in a way that makes it seem super justified and very real, you know? Aw, I bet Donna's has. All right, let's see what else we've got for you. This is the Beginner's Tarot. What else do we have? Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Three of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, there's a focus on independence that I feel like this King of Wands in the reverse felt like they embody this. They know how to live on their own. They know how to be like at a distance from others. They know how to not be super invested in anybody. So they feel like that makes them unencumbered or free to move about the cabin, right? The issue here is that what they really have going on is dependence. They're over here like, I'm single. I don't have to answer anybody. This is great. Plus, there's all these people who think that I'm hot. But because they are dependent upon other people telling them they look good or liking their photos or saying, gosh, I wish we were in a room naked together. Because they're so dependent upon that, they aren't this Nine of Pentacles. Nope, nope, nope. If you have to be engaged in a roster of secret admirers or not so secret, you are taking up more space than you think. You are not as independent as you would think. The real independent people out there are the ones who know how to feel good about themselves without needing to get some sort of praise or sign of physical attraction from another person. Now, maybe it's just you need snuggles from a cat or a dog. Totally appreciate that. But we've got the Ace of Swords. There is something very fake about the King of Wands in the reverse and how they present themselves to everybody else that you actually embody. And I think it's intimidating them because you have this Emperor energy. You have that High Priestess energy. And they're the King of Wands and Queen of Wands in the reverse. Somebody who I would say is probably actually insecure. You've surprised them because they thought they were the one that had like the, I don't know, higher confidence or that they were a little bit out of your league. Unrealistic. Two of Wands in the reverse. And the Hanged Man in the reverse. Frustrated action. I didn't want to let you get to know me. I made you feel rejected, even though I claimed that I wasn't rejecting you. And instead, you were like, that's okay. If that's all you have to give, then I think I'd really rather just keep it moving. Sorry. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Empress in the reverse. They might try to talk negatively about you because they are so focused on their reputation. Like try to find something about you that would have made them reject you and talk about that instead of what really happened between the two of you. Eight of Wands in the reverse, Empress in the reverse, because they're real nervous that people are going to be like, man, I thought that person was into you. Like, what happened? Did you ruin it? Ace of Pentacles in the reverse and the High Priestess. This is someone who's going to be like, no, I broke up with them. No, I told them I wasn't interested anymore. Even though they're over here like, wait, I thought I could still call you. I thought I could still like message you at 2 in the morning. I thought I could still message you at 2 in the morning. The Two of Pentacles. And stop. It's like they're making fun of me. So I'm talking about a 2 a.m. text. Obviously, I'm referring to a booty call, right? And here we got the Two of Pentacles. Do I need to make the joke about this, you guys? About the juggling? There's so many things I could say about it. But then they had to throw in the King of Wands in the reverse, too. Mm-hmm. That's the hoe, okay? I'm talking about a garden tool, just so you know, YouTube. Don't clutch your pearls. Thank you, Valen. Hello, how's it going? MTM, easy for me to say. MTM7. Hello, Ruth. How are you doing? Two of Cups in the reverse. I don't blame you. You're like, I don't see any reason to continue talking. You aren't interested. So if you aren't interested, like, what are we doing here? That's like you go to a really nice restaurant and you can't afford the nicest steak. I don't know, what's the like most expensive, you guys? Let's pretend it's the surf and turf, okay? You can't afford the actual surf and turf. So you ask, if I pay you $10, can I just like have one bite off of somebody else's? Is that something you offer? You're like, no. I don't want to be a side piece or like an afterthought. Like, oh, look at that. I got 30 minutes left today. What are you doing? You want to hang out? Oh gosh, thanks. 30 minutes. That's so kind of you. I'm so lucky. This is the Romance Angel Oracle. What else? Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So you walk away from this non-committal person and you don't waste your time on them. And then you end up meeting somebody who is actually worth it and getting to know that new person. You might make this King of Wands in the reverse jealous. Wow. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And then we have wedding. Some of you are going to walk away from this non-committal person and within a short time frame meet a really great partner, someone who's a perfect match for you. It might even happen a little bit faster than you wanted it to. But this is a person who is genuine. Let's see. What do we want? We'll go with the marigold. Hello, just that guy. How are you doing? Yes, I agree. All right. What else? Sorry about the leaf blower dude, you guys. He's just a little obsessive with it. 8 of Rings or 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, the 3 of Swords in the reverse, and the 7 of Wands. Divine timing. 7 of Wands. We had that worth waiting for card. It's going to feel like you put in 0 effort at all. You're just like here trying to like heal with the 3 of Swords in the reverse. And I think actually doing right by it, right? And then the universe is like, okay, I think you're ready. We're going to send you that soulmate now. Okay? Don't miss it. Thank you for the lucky Shiba. I appreciate it. Yes, lemonade, they are. It's only just starting too, you know. There's more than one leaf blower guy, actually. I wonder if they're friends. Do you think they like meet and talk over coffee about their leaf blowing tactics or techniques? Sorry. 2 of Wands in the reverse and the Knight of Cups. Oh man. You are karma for this King of Wands in the reverse because they're going to realize that they're indecisive. Should I, shouldn't I? Okay, I'm just going to put you on the back burner and you'll still be there. I'm just worried that I'm missing out on somebody else that I'm supposed to be boinking right now. it's not going to work for them. It's going to, you know, cause them to feel some pretty serious regret because they're going to realize that they had an opportunity to be with you that was fleeting. You can't get that opportunity back, you know? Two of Rings or the Two of Pentacles in the reverse and the Chariot. Yep. You're not into the, you know, non-committal, am I not, or do I want to, or do I not want to? You're just like, no. You got to be decisive. Otherwise, if you're not decisive, then I will be decisive when I walk away. Hey, YouTube maid. How's it going? They are huge. Oh, I think I'm going to have to go watch that again. It's been forever. I can't remember, actually. Tag team leaf boy? No. I feel like there's something about leaf blowing sport ball. like a basketball hoop, but you have to get the ball into the hoop with a leaf blower. Am I making this up, you guys? I feel like I've seen it. All right, so we've got 8 of Wands in the reverse. 4 of Wands in the reverse. Temperance in the reverse. And the 8 of Cups. I'm proud of you because you're not going to get stuck in a relationship with somebody who's not interested. Or I should say, chasing a relationship with somebody who's not interested. But walking away is what enables you to meet somebody who is much more serious about an actual relationship. That's why we find this Ace of Cups, which is a love offer, a serious love offer. But it comes on the heels of you feeling rejected or feeling like there was a failure with somebody else. That's why we need to like accept that and just like keep it moving, right? Gotta have time to heal, but it's not worth it to try to convince somebody to want you the way you want them. And I think that's what was going on here. If you're non-committal, then be non-committal. I ain't gonna try to convince you otherwise. 2 of Swords. So when faced with a crossroads, we have one person who's actually decisive. Surprise, surprise, it's the Emperor. The Emperor is known for taking action, decisive action. Again, you are intimidating to this person because you take action boldly the way that they would like to be seen. They want to be seen as the Emperor, but you are the actual Emperor. So someone else sees that you are the Emperor. Someone who's healed or works on their healing consistently. But people think this person is secretive or mysterious. It's kind of funny because you came through as the High Priestess. Page of Rings or Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. They're going to kind of out of nowhere confess that they are interested or attracted to you and pursue a date and a relationship with you. I don't feel like this is somebody who moves super fast, but they're very intentional. I'm attracted to you, but I also feel like there's an emotional connection there. So I'm not going to like play any games. This is what I want. This is what I'm going for. And you're going to see that based on my actions. So you're about to date a hermit. You're like, what? But that sounds like they don't talk to any people, Carmen. What do you mean? They might have a pretty small inner circle. They might not be super active on social media. They might be more interested in reading than scrolling, you know? But this is somebody who has learned a lot from their past situations, and that also means they know that when they find what they want in a connection, that they should go for it. Yeah, exactly. Hello, Constantine. Hello, Samurai. All right, let's get a few from the Overthinker's Oracle, because that one's fun. What else do we have? playing games. And devil energy. You don't have time for that. You don't have time for that at all. Let them play games with other people. I have so many regrets. And player energy. Non-committal. But they're going to be wishing that they committed to you. I know I owe you an apology. And I feel like you're going to block them. Probably because it's the right thing to do when you get into this new relationship. But they're going to try to stop that, or they're going to try to get you to reverse it because they feel like they should still have a chance with you. I didn't comprehend what this connection was until it was too late. I will love you until the end of time. I'm addicted to your energy. You know what's so weird? The like non-committal playing games energy here. They're addicted to your energy, right? They didn't really want to get into anything serious, and they like to be seen as somebody who like gets what they want, right? But one of the things they like about you so much is like you told them no. You were like, eh. And it's got them like, wait, didn't you see how attractive I am? What about, I mean, like I dance pretty good too. I drive really well. I use my blinkers all the time, you know? Like, what do you mean? How do you, it's because they're codependent, right? The same tricks that they try to play on others to get people obsessed with them or coming back for more, it's happening to them, but with you because you were quick to walk away. If they try to move on with somebody else, it's going to be a disappointment. And there could be somebody who is hiding a pregnancy in this situation. That's going to cause some drama. We have, I never meant to hurt you. I was so immature. And this could also be for some of you, someone who was trying to use like the twin flame journey as an excuse to not fully commit, right? Like that idea of, I just need some time to heal. You need some time to heal. And then like later on down the road, we could like, you know, reconcile, then it'll work. But really, I still feel like this is somebody who uses like psychology or like trendy words just to get whatever they want, but make it sound better than it is. Hey, Galaxy King. Hello, Hope. How we doing? Exactly. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. And thank you for hyping the video if you're able to. And I'll see you on the next reading. Toodles.